Hey, what's up? It's me. I'm back. January 3rd. Is it? What is it? January 3rd. Confirmed. And today we're going to go over today's meal plan, what I'm going to be eating today, how I sort of built it, some things I put together. It's Sunday, so for me, there's a few things we're going to do. It's not a normal workout day. It's probably going to be a cardio day, just something light. I probably should take the day off because it's super cold out, but whatever. So no real workout today, except for later I'll go out and do probably 20 or 25 minutes of some sort of HIIT, maybe like a minute on, minute off, sprinting HIIT outside. It's freezing, but whatever. Today, as far as kind of preparing for the week, man, that head is dirty. I am gross. We're doing a few things today for prepping. I got some chicken in the thing, whatever that thing's called, pressure cooker, pot, to kind of have some stuff for the week. So kind of getting ready for that. Probably going to have a grocery list I'm going to have to put together later. But yeah, kind of gearing up, prepping for the week, and pretty excited. So let's go over what I have laid out for today's macros and my meal plans. Even though it's an off day for me as far as workouts go, I'm still going to do my normal food plan. I don't change what I'm eating or anything like that. I still kind of want to hit my same targets. So, I don't know. Let's go.
All right, let's do this. So you can see the top middle says today. This is what I've got laid out for today. Let's take a quick look at yesterday. And again, just for some context, here was my yesterday's numbers. The top number in each category is what I ended up actually eating. The middle number, or lower number, I should say, right underneath that, the smaller gray numbers, those were my targets. So you can see I was just a little bit over in everything except for carbs, but that's really okay for me. So you can see here is sort of the totals as far as where I went over and where I was under. Main thing for me I'm looking for, again, is I want to be just a little bit over on my protein. I want to be just a little bit over on my total calories, and I prefer to be a little bit under on my fat if possible. So this was a really good day for me as far as kind of how I laid my food out. So let's take a look at today. And a couple of things. Let's start here. Once I do my entire food for the day, this is kind of where I'm looking at. Again, it's really kind of in that sweet range for me. I'm a little bit over on my protein. I'm a little bit over on my total calories. And I went a little bit over on my fat, but it was still the least over out of the three of them. So as long as I'm 50 or less over, so in other words, my total calories, it says 39.6 over. I just want that number to be like less than 50, but more than 0, right? I just want it to be over a little bit. So this is a really good day for me as well. Let's take a quick look at some of the things, the ways that I built this. For my previous videos, you'll know that I talk a lot about sort of my daily staples, the things that I have that I can automatically put on every single day that don't really move any. And for me, it's the pre-workout and the post-workout meals. These I do both within 30 minutes of actually whatever workout I'm going to do. So, I put in my pre-workout. There's a total of 368 calories towards my goal. Obviously pretty high in protein and carbs there, right where I want them to be. Nice low fat. My post-workout, slightly higher calories. It's got the same energy drink, the same protein drink of 1.5 scoops. I'm using the Muscle Farm chocolate something or another. I got the raisins in there again, and this time I threw some peas in there, some wasabi dried peas. I just like a little bit of that hot in there. But it bumped my carbs up pretty good. I really kind of wanted that nice carb spike within the after workout range. I'm still getting my whey protein in there. So these are my two staples. I'll add these in the first thing every single day whenever I'm building my plan, because I know that I'm going to be working around them for my totals. Let's hit my breakfast. Very similar to yesterday. In fact, if you look, 440 calories today on my breakfast. What was yesterday? Surprise. Oh, there's a 500 because I put some honey in there. Forgot about the honey. But almost the exact same breakfast on today. So did my 1.5 cups of liquid egg whites, my 2 slices of Ezekiel bread, and the cup of yogurt. What is that? Dannon? I can't ever remember what that is. Not Dannon. I don't know, light and fit and light, something or another, but that's what I did there. For my lunch, again, similar to yesterday. Yesterday I did the pack of whole rice, the guacamole. Yesterday, though, I think that I put something else in to this, not the turkey. The turkey I saved for later, but today I switched it up. Oh, yesterday I had a can of beans in there, black beans. I pulled the beans out today, put the ground turkey in here. So again, it's sort of more of like that taco bowl, Mexican bowl kind of thing without the actual bowl part. I just throw it all into like a real bowl and mix it up. So there's my totals for that, looking good there. Again, let's see. For a snack, I put a couple of snacks in today, which I didn't have yesterday. One is we buy these fruit bars from Walmart that are like, you can see 0 protein, 0 fat, but like a nice 15 carb jump there. Nice frozen fruit bars are really good. So I got one of those in today, and also a One bar, which is one of those like protein bar things. I guess like a Quest bar type thing. But I got those in there. I didn't have those yesterday. I wanted to change my day today a little bit because yesterday I felt like I was kind of hungry at the end of the day, even though I'm still eating almost 4,000 calories. I just felt like I needed something at the end of the day. So I worked in a couple of snacks throughout the day today just to make sure that I could sort of spread my eating out. Yesterday, my lunch macros, see, here's today, my lunch macros, 880 calories. But if we look at yesterday's lunch, it was a bigger lunch. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was the exact same almost. Wait a minute. What did I do here? Oh, I'm thinking of the day before. Sorry. Lunch the day before was 1,300 calories. You can see black beans, whole grain rice. It was almost the exact same with a few small differences, but those small differences can add up. So my lunch today ends up having, 500 less calories, which means that I can do some other stuff throughout the day today. So really kind of happy about getting those couple of snacks in. My dinner for today is going to be the same as it was yesterday, pretty much. It's that cereal, the high carb cereal, Raisin Nut Bran. But today I'm going to split it with a 1 cup of milk and 1 cup of almond milk. I'm going to split those up just a little bit. I really kind of needed the protein from the regular milk, so I'm going to use that. But I didn't want to go with the complete fat from the regular milk, so I'm splitting 50-50 on milk and almond milk there. And I'm going to add another cup of raisins into that cereal just because I love raisins, but I also love the carb spike that you get from raisins too. Look at that, 62 carbs off of half a cup, 0 fat. Like it's great. So that's the end of my day today. I've added it up here. You can see everything's looking good. In fact, if I scroll over, let me do this. There's my totals at the top. Just going to be barely over on each of the categories. But the main thing is here, 39.6 calories over. This is a beautiful day for me for how I built this. And I'm still able to get a little bit, even though a lot of this is the same as every other day that I do, I still have changed a few things up. Like I said, I changed the turkey, put the turkey in here instead of the black beans from a few days ago. I'm able to work in a couple of extra snacks here and counted everything, just as usual. One of the fun things about counting calories and counting macros, which maybe I'm crazy for thinking it's fun, but it's sort of like that daily, like moving pieces around to see like, well, what can I change? What kind of variety can I get and still make it work within the ranges that I need it to work? You'll be surprised what you can do that still will fit the things that the numbers you need it to fit. You'll probably also be surprised too to find out some of the food you're eating are absolutely blowing out your macro numbers that you need.
So speaking of that, one of the things that we actually found was kind of interesting from our side was the eggs in the morning. Now, I've talked about the eggs a little bit in the past, where I realized that the more whole eggs that I used, I was blowing out my fat, basically allowance for the entire day. My wife just now learned this lesson. She just recently has started tracking her macros on her own, and she was using the regular egg count that she was using before, but it was blowing her fat her fat macros out in the morning. She was getting like 15 or 18 grams of fat in the morning, and then like the rest of the day she has almost like hardly anything to use. So you'll be surprised once you start plugging in your food into the macro calculator what will work that you didn't expect and what also actually isn't going to fit that you may not even realize it at this point. So some excellent lessons learned in this. So I'm going to go and do a workout. I'm going to go out and do my run, and I'll just kind of do a touch base while I'm out there. But that's my macros, my meals for today. Another excellent day. I made it fit real nice. One of the things that I've learned is you get better at doing this the more you do it, counting your macros. You start kind of thinking like, well, I know this I can slide this in and this can replace this and it'll all still fit. So, you know, if you're struggling with it at the beginning, it is a bit of a puzzle. It is a bit of a challenge, but you get better at it the more that you do it. So let me know if you all have any questions on how I built this, and it's time to go run. Well, I decided to go ahead and do it, and I instantly regret doing it. Golly, it's cold. It's like 30 out. So I'm just going to do probably 20, 25 minutes of some HIIT, maybe some 30-second on, 30-second off HIIT. Wonder what happens when you cry and it's 30 degrees out. Guess I'll find out. Okay, so I'm just about done with my HIIT, man. I should have just taken the rest day. I don't know if it's the cold. I don't ever run in the cold. This is my first year kind of running in the cold. I haven't been able to catch my breath. Now, I wear a gaiter while I'm running, nothing there, but like I can wear that in the middle of summertime with no problem. So the cold just must be different. Just haven't been able to catch my breath hardly. So I guess that's how it's supposed to go, but I'm glad it's only a 20-minute workout. So gonna wrap this up, and again, if you got any questions about the macro counting, how I do that, the app, any of that stuff, let me know. Other than that, we'll see y'all tomorrow.